I were an undercover agent, my cover story would be a well-dressed man of the streets who looks after the ladies. That's the type of deception you'll see on Graceland, a new show on USA Network where undercover agents from the FBI, DEA and other places live together and try to get by. Here's a clip.
What are you doing?
I'm a teacher. I'm trying to make it on the PGA Tour. Reservist with the 316th Quartermaster Company.
You are now an undercover agent, and your lies are your life.
Graceland, a new original series, premieres Thursday, June 6th at 10 on USA.
Until then, check out the link in my description for a 5-minute sneak peek.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Xbox One.
Hi, I'm Rob Cram, and today I'm going to take a look at why I'm happy with the Xbox One following its announcement yesterday. There's been a lot of negativity surrounding Xbox One since it was announced, mainly from core gamers, upset with some of the principles behind the console's workings. But in fairness, Microsoft have been rather vague about the specifics, which has meant many are simply putting two and two together. As a core gamer for many years and seeing Xbox grow from its brick-like box to the final sleeker design of the Xbox 360S, it comes as no surprise that for me, with my needs, the Xbox One looks like an interesting prospect to follow on from the 360. I'm not sure if my household is typical, but here in the UK's capital I have access to a number of devices connected wirelessly. I have several Xbox 360 consoles and of course Kinect, which admittedly has seen better days. The prospect of owning one machine to control the Sky and Freeview services in a seamless manner is novel, but at the same time very user friendly for those not so clued up with grabbing a controller. Whilst using one's voice to switch on the console could be seen as gimmicky, it does add a personal layer, especially if there are multiple people using the same console but at different times. What's also cool are the extra features whilst watching TV. For example, I often Google an actor or for reference something I've seen. Being able to do this without interrupting the TV programme or averting the eyes is rather neat. Also, the remote control devices are a bit archaic when one console can do it all. Thumbs up, this one, even if I personally won't be watching too much TV, but other members of the household will. I think it's easy to complain about always online, but I certainly empathise with those of you where it becomes an issue. The old consoles never had this problem. You bought the game as they were, and if they were buggy, then tough. In this day and age where games are more complex, then sometimes things slip through the net, or when in the wild, gamers find things that developers didn't. Updates are a bit of a pain and interrupt the flow, so to have a system that takes care of these automatically in the background or when I'm asleep is good news. Then there's the speed of getting into a game. This is slow, what with the loading and the opening screens and such like. Having an instant access to where I left off is also very welcoming. My consoles are already always online, and if I'm still able to play somehow when I'm away or log in using a mobile device, then it's all good. Perhaps the latter is wishful thinking on my part. That said, for me, internet drops are never an issue, and I do hope Microsoft does accommodate those who have less than steady connections or none at all. How they do this, I do not know. I use services such as Steam, Origin and Gamersgate, which are all online services, Steam being my pick of the crop. Like many others, Steam is a gateway to the digital realm, which I've embraced without fear or a need for a physical disc. With Xbox One offering a similar service where my games are tied to my specific profile, I'm not going to be too fussed about used sales. I buy games to play, and sometimes I replay the older games for nostalgia's sake, even if it's only for an hour. I do hope Microsoft adopts a similar strategy to Steam by offering sales and enticements with new purchases. For example, I recently purchased BioShock Infinite when it was released and received BioShock 1 and XCOM Enemy Unknown for free. If Xbox One competes with this level of service, then I'm game. If I can pick up new games for under a tenner in a sale, then I'm also very ready to go. The Xbox 360 is getting on a bit now and was in need of a new family member for quite some time, even though the games right now are at the highest level. Having invested in PC gaming and a high-end GPU, the differences between the two are quite staggering. Xbox One will close the gap, and what's really exciting is the prospect of the familiar franchises receiving a lick of paint, especially those exclusives. As an example, Halo has seen several games on Xbox 360, and even though Halo 4 is a real looker, on Xbox One I can only imagine what the Halo franchise will look like. Microsoft has been quiet with its AAA games this year, and hopefully the new products like Rise, Forza 5 and Quantum Break will showcase what Xbox One can do. I'm Rob Cram, thanks for watching.